Welcome to another episode of the podcast that we do.
The podcast.
The podcast.
Yeah.
Today we're going through a massive, no, it's not that massive, but it's a collection of things that I've been finding and putting in a little thing saying to discuss on TikTok. And before it gets banned anywhere else, I thought, let's do this because otherwise I'm going to lose it. Use it or lose it, as
It
they
just
say.
looks like a millennial.
Hey.
Everyone looks old from here.
That's because
Sorry.
I wanted to say, he doesn't look old. There's one person immediately that isn't old.
Oh, I was looking at the bottom row.
Bottom right. Yeah. Well, that's why, perhaps. This one, yeah? You were looking at?
Yeah, and a couple more.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's my For You page, so it will be a little older. Okay. Let's start with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of slurping ASMR for you guys at home.
One advice for up-and-coming photographers:
shoot even when you don't feel like it. You're always going to make shit photos, and as long as you're realising it's a shit photo, then you're learning.
Look within, not outside. Don't look at too many other photographers.
Shutter speed is more important than the aperture.
I'm going to stop that video right there because there's not a single woman or non-binary photographer represented in that video. For up-and-coming photographers, this is actually a really good representation of the industry. I work predominantly in music and production, and we're still fighting for equal pay. Not pay based on our experience or skill, but equal pay. We're still getting less pay than our male counterparts at festivals or tours or whatever. LARA, a main brand in the photography industry, can't find a single woman photographer to talk about advice, despite a lot of different industries in photography being women-led. 2024. Holy shit. What are we doing?
Well, what are we doing? Discuss. So that was...
I think the industry is very male,
It is.
so it makes sense.
It makes sense.
That
But
a lot.
you follow a lot of female photographers.
I do, but a lot of them are American. I only follow like 2 British ones.
They still
Is she
count as
American?
women. No, she's English, Northern.
Yeah, I wasn't listening to the accent.
Sounded a little bit like Manchester.
But yeah,
I don't know. She seems nice. It's Naomi Kane.
I've seen her before.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I might have seen this video. So
I think she... Oh, Manchester, yeah. I got it right.
yeah.
But yeah, I think she is correct.
Yeah.
But if you look at all the people who are trying to sell courses, stuff like that, you know, it's
no.
my thing that I hate. It's like guys going, if you want to be a photographer, you've got to do this.
I think girls present less to camera as well, and these ones are probably guys that are presenting more.
Yeah. And also they're at a
And-
trade show. Like, girls are busy doing things. Guys
Yeah.
are happy to go to trade shows. That's my
Yeah.
opinion. But
Yeah,
I think...
I agree with the pay, of course. I think everyone should agree with that.
Yeah.
But it is weird. Not a single person was a woman.
No. Not even the presenter. But if the presenter was, that would be not racist. But
Racist.
that would be sexist.
Yeah,
Because they'd be like, why is she not a
a
photographer? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do, conversely, I'll say that, see a lot of people in the media space who do really well, and they're females, and they're sought after doing brand deals and stuff like that. So it's a tough one. Obviously, still to be worked on. But yeah, it's a year after that was 6 months after that was post. I guess nothing has changed since.
I used to film everything with a gimbal. Every shoot, an extension of my
Gimbal.
arm. But then I bought a rig, and to be honest, initially my shots felt a little stale. Because with a gimbal, I could add all this movement. But what the rig taught me was that the gimbal was a crutch. When using the rig, the composition and what was going on in the shot became more important. I had to push myself to get more interesting shots. It forced me to improve my cinematography skills and not rely so much on the gimbal movement. At the end of the day, there's a time and place for both, but I think as an exercise, putting the gimbal down and filming on a rig or tripod can be a great way to level up.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree with him. And
Also
I
agree.
think I used to think gimbals were better because it's easier. But I feel like you've taught me it's not.
a lot of cinema stuff might be on a dolly and stuff like that,
It might be.
but you don't see them on a gimbal. So it is a very prosumer thing.
It's a very corporate thing.
Yeah.
I
I don't
feel
think
like.
you should flex either way. Like, I used to film on a gimbal. Now I only do handheld because of XYZ. Just whatever works. Like, you might be doing a like something that really needs that handheld feel, like it's observational, something like that. So it's like someone's peeking at you, and then you don't want to be all like smooth moves and stuff like that. But yeah, we kind of like no gimbal a bit because my gimbal
Effort.
is effort.
It is
Yeah.
effort.
So yes, to the next one.
I'll tell you what I did the other day, something I like to do once every 5 years at least. I fucking did Dark Side of the Moon with Wizard of Oz.
Incredible.
Have you seen that? It's one of the greatest anomalies and coincidences in the history of art.
What are you talking about? You don't know about this? No.
If you hit start on Dark Side of the Moon on the second roar of the MGM Lion of Wizard of Oz, and you turn the audio of Wizard of Oz all the way down and Dark Side of the Moon all the way up, it matches. It's a crazy fucking visual thing.
It matches exactly.
What?
It matches in this weird way.
Lyrics,
Where it
beats,
syncs up.
Sure.
I asked Roger Waters about it.
and they get asked all the time about this.
But it seems like they made it to sync up. They didn't.
The
They didn't.
coincidences are insane.
It's nuts.
I need to see
I
it.
think it's
'cause-
proof of the simulation.
Yep, I think so too. When I was rewatching it the other day, I was positive of it. Positive of it.
You could probably find a video of both of them being.
Yeah, but it would be you'd have to watch the whole film to make sure it all marries up,
It all marries up.
like the whole thing. Yeah, so it's like a
What do you mean?
whole film, like 90-minute film, and a 90-minute album or
Are you
whatever.
sure?
I don't know exactly if it's just the intro or just it can't just be the first song. Dark Side of the Moon.
That's hard to believe, though.
Yeah, they suggest that the album and the
The-
film seem to go through. Also, probably depends what version of the film and what version of the album.
Oh, I thought it was 2 films.
Oh no! So that is
It's a song.
an album. Yeah, like so like from front to back, non-shuffled, front to back.
It's
That
an
album.
an old song.
Old album, even older film.
Yeah. If it. Yeah.
But like, who popped it on at that exact
And
same
just saw
time
it.
and was like, "Wait a second." So yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bit of a coincidence, bit of a random one there, but we'll see. We might come back to it.
How I quote for video projects is quite simple. I have my rates: $14.50 for the day, $1,000 for the half day, $1,300 on average for editing a video. That's the base. Then do we need crew? Find them and tack on 15%. Do we need lunch? Tack it on. Parking? Tack it on. Any special equipment? Tack it on with a 15%. Pre-production? Let's estimate the time it'll take and add up an hourly rate of $100. We got to travel far? 71 cents per kilometer. But most of this doesn't appear on the quote. It's just back-end calculation.
He's so
All I
precise.
see is filming, editing, and sometimes travel with short descriptions for each. I like it. It's simple, it's quick, and it just fucking works.
It was really quick.
Yeah.
How much was like half a day or full day?
So you have to bear in mind that American prices are much higher because American wages are much higher because of tax. I think. Basically, only step out
My rates:
of the house for
$14.50 the day, $1,000 for the
$14.50.
$14.50 for a day, and that's just him.
half day. $1,300
That's
on
not-
average for editing.
$1,300 for an
That's
edit
the
day,
base. Then do we
and I mean. I don't know what the
that-
conversion rates are at the moment, but yeah, it's a lot. It seems like quite a bit, but you know, have your if he's
He
busy,
knows his
he's
work.
busy. So yeah, what do you think?
I just thought the 70 something for
71
did he
cents
say?
per
Cents?
kilometer.
Thought that was a bit crazy.
Yeah, but that will be like the equivalent of our like 40 pence a mile that some people do. It's
people
like
did
some
that.
weird
Well,
allowance.
if it's just like 2 miles, you add on ATP.
I think it's outside of city thingy, or like, so say if we had to leave Essex, then we would charge any further. But yeah, it's I think it's fair. It's quite up there for like what it looks like he does, as in one man band. But he's got all the gear. Obviously works for him. He has bunch of followers, 8,000 followers. So there's going to be some clients in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is the sport from Challengers real, or is it a Quidditch situation? That's the tennis one, right? CNN moderator. What would you, Biden, foaming at the mouth after a bad reaction of his Vivanese cocktail? Trump, Zoom call from prison lagging. RFK Jr. I actually know a lot of pedophiles. I mean, not closely, just by name. Well, I have their cell phone numbers too.
Oh, God.
I think that was a comment on like how bad politics is over there. This is good.
The Crabs always gives them ridiculous music.
They are jesters to him. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I don't
I don't know.
enough
You know how
of
it
the
is like
time.
beep 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 beep,
Yeah.
and they come out. He goes the crab, da da da, and they're like blinky plong plong.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Dropped a Macbeth reference to the hot dental assistant and earned a small chuckle. We'll be spending the rest of the time just licking her fingers with her. That reminds me of when my friend was doing my teeth.
Oh,
She had her fingers in my mouth and I just kept going.
did you? There
Whenever-
was a TikTok recently where like a guy's talking to his brother and his mum. It's going, she's into me, I'm telling you. And then he's like, she kept putting her fingers in my mouth, and they're like, she's a dental nurse.
That's funny.
Catholic school be like, no long hair for boys. Meanwhile, there's a picture of a boy with long hair for boys in every classroom, and he's like the main boy. Jesus.
Is that true? Oh.
They're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
I don't know what that is. I'm not a gamer.
Ordering a fast casual
Bowl
type
meal.
meal is the most barnyard
Barnyard animal coded modern human behavior. You stand in a tense line of your fellow livestock, waiting for the farmer to come and fill your little cardboard trough with the wet slop you crave. Oink, oink, little carver customer.
Getting a lot of people asking me, like, how did you gain 100,000 followers? What did you do to get so many followers? How did you get your following so big? So I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. Most of you won't ever do it because it takes a lot of work, but I'll tell you exactly what I did to get 100,000 followers in like 6 months. I posted 2 reels a day every single day since February. I've posted 3 to 5 stories every single day since February. I've posted 2 to 3 TikToks a day every single day since February. I've posted on YouTube Shorts twice a day, every single day since February. I've responded to pretty much every single comment. I've responded to pretty much every single DM that's come my way as well. It's work. Like, it takes a lot of work to grow the following. But if you do put in the work, you're able to do it. You're going to feed the machine. Instagram and all these apps want you to put in as much content as possible. So you've actually got to do that. So 2 to 3 reels a day, every single day, last 6 months.
Fucking Josh Huggett. What do you think? It's obviously true.
What does he do?
You know him. He's the POV photographer in Australia.
That is him. I never
is.
see him in that.
Yeah. In this like thing,
Form.
he's always in that
I've
form.
never seen him like this. That
He's
really
always like
confused me.
slinging from his camera, right?
2 to
POV.
3 a day. I didn't realise.
Yeah. So
Wow.
yeah, so that is supposedly what you need to do to be, and also, but I think you could be mistaken to think that that is it. But I think his content is controversial enough for that people are like, they comment, say, oh, if you ever swore at my bride at the wedding, "You be out in your ear, mate." And then people are like, they obviously
He
like his
sounds
style.
different.
Does he?
Yeah, that doesn't sound like him.
Wow, I think it sounds just like him.
Getting a lot of people asking me, like, how did you gain 100?
No. I just never see his face.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can you get over there? Get over there, fucking
Yeah.
bride. No?
Yeah, I recognise him now.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously a lot of work to do. And he's now on
I was thinking
loads more
earlier, we
followers.
should get like a little,
127k followers. So not that much more.
what are they
Getting a lot of
called?
people asking me, like, how did
Sorry.
You know those charts you get and you
Mm.
tick something off every day, but you can do like little stickers.
Oh, right.
We
Yeah,
should do
yeah.
something like that, like a week maybe for posting.
We could do. I kind of have a mental one, and then once
I
I
don't.
like stop posting for long enough, then I'm just like, yeah, got to get back to that at some point. The problem is if you miss one, then you're just screwed, right? And then it just really messes up your flow. Okay, next one.
The biggest marketing lie is that marketing is a cost. Once you frame marketing as a cost, you've got the wrong mindset. Marketing is a way of avoiding opportunity cost. It's completely wrong to frame it that way. The second biggest lie is that you should only do marketing when it's completely measurable or accountable or quantifiable, because that's simply setting the bar too high. A lot of very valuable things you can do to distinguish yourself are rendered impossible by that rule. Don't follow that rule. Measure what you can, but don't demand that you measure everything. That's simply a limitation. The big
Does that make sense?
I couldn't focus because I'm just focused on this.
Yeah.
What's going on?
That's not-
Is he
did he
shielding
have a
himself
headache?
from the sun?
Well, he is a very famous, I think, like brand and marketing genius, supposedly. So he reviews like a lot of different like marketing tactics and ploys, and like appreciates, you know, like a really good ad that someone's done and gives the reason why and stuff like that. Yeah, like in this, it's very distracting. The fact that he's kind of like hiding behind something.
I can't focus if someone's doing something weird.
Yeah, you just think
can't.
about the weird thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have no idea what he said. I tried to focus.
Yeah, but basically he's saying, don't sit there thinking, oh, I'm doing all this like marketing, like putting myself out there, and I'm not getting any sales from it, because it's not, it's part of the machine. Like you put out a good ad, the reason why people will be like, oh yeah, okay, I'll get that, is because they've seen you everywhere. The trust is already built. There's certain marketing that does certain things, and other marketing that is there to get the sales. So yeah, that's what he's saying, kind of, I think. Next one.
Love his
Chewy.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this is one of the first Chewy ones that I saw.
That's the first one I saw as well.
Was
She
it?
showed me it.
Yeah. Yeah, like we're big fans. I think the set design is very good. It's art. So that's what I like about it. It doesn't seem like someone's gone, I've got this thing that I need to promote.
Yeah, they're kind of just doing it for themselves.
Yeah, it's doing it to look cool, which a lot of people don't get enough of an excuse to do that. So that's why I really like it. And loads of his stuff is really styled nicely.
Yeah.
So big up, Chewy. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Steal Uber's rebranding strategy to explode your business. In 2016, Uber ditched their iconic U logo for a geometric design. People hated it. Why change something so recognizable? By 2018, Uber dropped a sleek, simple word mark. And it wasn't just a new logo. It was a complete rebrand, a custom font, Uber Move, and flexible design across all platforms. The results? Uber's valuation skyrocketed from $50 billion to $120 billion in just 3 years. Your brand needs to reflect your future, not just your present. The key is in simplicity and flexibility. What's a controversial rebrand you've seen pay off in the long run?
I've seen people just say like the simpler the better
Mm.
for everything recently. I don't know. I agree, but a bit boring.
I think it's also on trend to be simpler. Like app logos are a classic. Like if you look at Instagram, it's gone through so many different iterations. Like one time it's got a gradient, one time it's got a little bubble, shiny edges, like all that stuff. But
Remember when it was like brownish?
Exactly. Oh yeah, it was just like
First
a
time I
picture,
got it, I think,
like
it was
a little
camera.
crappy icon. Yeah. So I don't think their rebrand was what took them from 50 million to
No,
120 million.
I don't think that's
it
what
might
it
have
was.
helped, like get them market share.
But like the clean look, like Ubers are cars, like Uber Eats.
Yeah.
It's all cars.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. It's clean. Like
Yeah.
Cars, you don't want to. I don't know. It just makes sense, like the clean stuff with cars and that type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that doesn't apply to everything else.
No, it's not necessarily the be all and end all. Let's think of a shit business. No, shit logo, great business.
Snapchat is weird.
Snapchat.
Why is it a little ghost?
Why is it a little
And it's
ghost?
yellow.
I was thinking Wendy's, even though it's big in America, but it's like a little girl.
I like the
thing.
girl.
You like it?
Yeah.
I think it's a bit complicated. Like
It's a bit weird.
I suppose
But then Wendy's a
she's
little
the
girl
Wendy.
name.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, next one.
Here's how we created this blackout studio shot. The client wanted to shoot this series of reels in a blackout studio style. We played around with a few different lighting styles, with one overhead light and one light from the rear on each side. We softened these with a big softbox overhead and two large diffusion screens at the back. We then put some white bounce boards at the front to reflect the light back onto our model. Here's how it turned out.
That's like.
Here's how we created this.
I like it, but it's like moonlighting. Like if you're on the moon.
Yeah.
Like if light's coming from. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what
yeah.
happens on the moon? I feel like it is. I've seen it in film.
Yeah. I think also they're doing something that's fairly simple and making it sound like it's really complicated to do.
Yeah.
Like they've used the black background.
They've just got
or-
some lights around him.
Yeah. But it
It does look really cool though.
Yeah. Like I suppose it's one of those things where it's romanticizing the technique and the thing. But it does look cool. It does look cool. If you're going for
like
that.
it, yeah.
It is that sort of like you can imagine it with
Space.
Underwear? Under Armour. Under Armour, like sports clothing and stuff like that, where it has that kind of.
It just reminds me of space for some reason. Is that what happens in space?
It's exactly what happens in space.
Is it?
I've
No,
been there.
I genuinely don't know. I'm going
don't
off.
know
I
either.
don't know why it's making me think of being on the moon.
Yeah. I think because all there is black behind you and then
Then light.
the light. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But I mean, it does look good.
Yeah.
But also, I don't think they'd be able to do that if there were 4 people next to each other.
Yeah, and pictures, I don't think would look as good.
The stills.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you need movement for. You can't see the shorts.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. But then for close-ups and stuff, you'd probably like rotate enough to get like a bit more light on the logo and stuff like that. But yeah. Right. Next one.
So it's
It's
switching from picture profile
yeah.
off to 8.
Yeah.
What's the 8 one?
So 8 is S-Log 3,
Ah.
I believe. And there's a lot of back and forth on that. This person's commented not on an 8-bit camera though, which is a little bit of a note on what they're using, I think.
Yeah.
like if you are happy with what's in camera, then there's no need really to be thinking. Or you could be shooting in S-Log, doing the whole LUT thing. Up to you, whatever your workflow is. But I don't think it is a maturing thing, because it might even be that you think you're a bad boy in PP8, and then all of a sudden you're like, actually, no, I'm going to nail it with my picture profile off. And that is maturing from that. Always developing. Yep. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that. You can tell I shoot in picture profile 0.
It's very hard actually to get into this industry. Even if you have an education like a formal education, or even if you don't, it doesn't matter. At some point you need to start working in the field, and in my opinion you only learn to become a good storyteller, a good filmmaker, a good DP, whatever you are, by working. A lot of our work is dependent on teamwork, so you kind of need to be good with people, you need to get into the grind. So where do you start?
What do you think?
He didn't say much.
Didn't say much. He has a very nice microphone there, doesn't he? Very nice microphone. But what do you think? Do you agree that you only start to really get into it once you start working in media industry?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But like really good foundation.
Yeah, but you can get into it without working.
Yeah.
I don't think it's needed.
Yeah. So maybe a valid opinion, not for everyone. Okay. Next. Oh, and it's Cine D. I've seen them quite a lot actually. They do.
He looks Portuguese.
Looks Portuguese. Is that a Portuguese look?
He's probably Spanish, but he looks Portuguese.
Okay, next one.
So I've just made this cloud brush and also these light brushes in Photoshop using AI, and here's how you can make your own brushes too. Go to Adobe Generative Firefly and then write in this text prompt. Download the image and bring it into Photoshop and press Ctrl-I to invert the image. Go to Edit and click on Define Brush Preset, and now label it whatever you like. Hit OK, and now when you click on your image, you've simply added that in using a Photoshop brush. Now there's lots of different things that you can do with this. For example, I use these light rays, adding these cool light effects into my photos. And I downloaded them completely for free off Adobe Generative Firefly. If you want to download all my Photoshop brushes, just type in playbook in the comments and I'll send it to you on my playlist.
The light strokes are cool.
Have you seen packs like that before?
I've seen it advertised.
Like the smoke and light things.
Is it free?
Well, it's free to do it that way.
Can you send me the video?
I shall. Yeah. So smart way to use like AI to create some assets for yourself.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether you could just say to AI, make it look smoky with light streams.
It doesn't do it. No.
Okay.
So that's really cool.
Yeah. So this is a cool way of doing it. Very good little tip for making brushes, because people always charge for them, don't they?
His hair looks really soft.
His hair looks soft. Watch out, Rourke. She's coming for you. Yeah, I know someone else who has similar hair to that. Vinny has hair like that.
Not
like,
Vinny's doesn't look soft.
Does he not look soft?
No.
But he's got curtains like that. Like,
no, he's got a bob right now.
Oh, he's got a bob right now.
Yeah, his hair's up to here.
I haven't seen him in. No. Next one.
No matter what skill level you are as a photographer or videographer, there's always something we can learn from anybody, man. And y'all already know it's each one teach one this way. So I want y'all to drop at least one tip in the comment section. Any tip that has helped you out in your photography or videography journey this far. Y'all might want to save this one. No matter what skill.
Wait, play it again quick.
Skill level you are as a photographer or videographer, there's always something we can learn from anybody, man.
You're annoyed by that first shot? Yeah.
What was he doing?
He is sitting down, but he used the crossfade.
I'm just confused.
From anybody, man. And y'all already know it's each one teach one this way. So I want
Did you think that the first time you saw it?
That's what I thought when I watched it just now.
Just really confused. I was like, did my eyes blur?
Yeah. I don't know if he's done that to piss people off.
Maybe.
Because
I don't get it. It's stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I've got concentration issues. I don't hear a single thing he just said.
Because
I was just
you're
focused
like,
on it going back to the beginning.
Why did it crossfade? that's
Something
exactly what
about
I
tips.
noticed when I did it.
No matter what skill level you are as a photographer or videographer, is always something.
Could have
to learn from
easily
everybody,
just
man.
straight cut there,
Mm.
or come in when he said the next bit. Because
I like the colours though.
I mean, he's got a little look there.
Mm.
Um,
And
otherwise,
I know you did it the other day. The mics
what have I
there.
done? Oh yeah.
I'm just not a fan.
You don't like it?
I don't know. It's cool. It's not cool. It looks
What about
weird.
on a baseball cap?
Oh, I haven't
Have you seen that?
No.
Like,
I just think it looks a bit funny. Not like when they don't have the little fluffy bit on it.
yeah,
It's not too bad, but the fluffy bit really annoys me.
yeah, I get you. I do prefer lapels, but like when you're wearing this, you're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
have
hard.
a mic
Yeah.
there anyway. So like putting it just for ease.
I just focus on that though.
Yeah. Like some people even use it as a bit of a like a visual hook. Like they'll have a spoon with like a mic attached to it, and they'll be like, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So yeah, I wonder if he's actually purposefully done an
Something we
annoying
can learn from anybody. Photographer, videographer.
What is that
fade
lens?
and then put a massive lens on it. Yeah, because
I'm just confused.
because one of the comments is you don't need a massive lens kit. But they're saying multiple lenses. You don't need 24 to 70. That's a good range, isn't it? And a 70 to 200 will be your best two friends for life.
Yeah.
True, that is a good range.
Yeah, but I don't go outside enough to need that.
I don't know exactly. Yeah, but yeah. Oh no, the 70 to 200. I mean, yeah. The lighter the lens, the better, I would say. After holding your camera for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The other day. Right. Remember to remove the lens cap is another comment. Very helpful. Okay, let's do the next
All
one.
of those Charlie Bingham's dishes, I think this is what's called the IKEA effect. Okay, it says you have to put them in the oven to cook them. Now, I think that's because you enjoy the food more when you've waited for it. The effort you've put into it by putting it in the oven basically creates a culinary experience which the microwave doesn't. The other genius thing that he did is that kind of bamboo packaging stuff, the weird wooden packaging, which fundamentally creates a kind of craft manufactured vibe rather than a factory made vibe. All of those things, we perceive them without actually being conscious of perceiving them. We don't actually go, rationally, there are chairs outside the cafe, therefore it must be open because a cafe that was closed would have locked the chairs inside. It's system one. We just automatically go, well, hey, coffee shops over there. All of those.
That is true. That's why
I think that's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd avoid putting the chairs out sometimes at Frank's for a while.
Oh, what?
It's not good.
Just to be like, they'll know we're open.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
But I did do it accidentally, and I noticed people not coming in.
Yeah. I suppose there's a lot of people making direct connections without having to like do step 1, step 2, step 3. Yeah. That's why I quite like what he says a lot of the time, because he does have a little, because I would have seen that and just gone, like,
I don't know what that is.
Charlie Bingham's food. They sell it in Waitrose.
I think this is what's.
That's why I don't know what it is. What is it? Just like
It's
meals?
decent. I do think it's.
Are they meals? Ready meals?
Have you had Cook Kitchen? Cook or Cooked? Cook.
I don't eat ready meals.
No. Okay. Yeah. But they're like oven ready meals that are pretty decent.
I'm even against buying like the lasagna ones.
Really? And it's
like
so much work
plastic.
to do a lasagna from scratch.
But it tastes like plastic.
Fair enough. But yeah, that's what he's saying, I guess, is that even though it's a ready meal, you're sticking it in the oven. Therefore, it's not like a little as the ready meal or whatever you think of the classic ready meal.
But I prefer if it goes in the microwave.
What's that?
If I want a ready meal and it's advertised microwave over oven, I'd rather the microwave.
For time.
Time, And it's a hassle.
Yeah, and honesty as well. Okay, next one.
What does a 10k per month posting schedule look like? Reels, 5 per week. Photos, 2 per week. Carousels, 2+ per week. Stories, 4 to 6 per day. Call to actions, 1 to 2 per week. DMs, 30 per day. Collaborations, 1 per month. Do not underestimate the amount of volume and different variations of content that you're going to have to create to make impact. That's just for Instagram. All that short form needs to be posted across all platforms as well. And that's not even taking into account of actually getting this long form like YouTube. What does a 10k
That just
per
scares
month
me.
posting schedule look like?
10k a month for just the posting. It's not content creation by the sounds of it. It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
But they're doing, and it's very story heavy. 4 stories a day. Mad, right? Look, I've even commented on this. And they didn't reply. Terrible. Ben Hawksworth official. You obviously listen to changing something in the image every 2 seconds, but you don't listen to your comments. Yeah. Well, he's dropped the ball there because he could have featured his reply in our podcast. He's missed out.
When did you comment?
November.
Liar.
Was that?
Him.
Yeah.
Not
Don't
replying.
worry about other people's social media schedules. Worry about your own.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, let's get off him because he didn't reply to my message.
It's pretty cool. It's a cool
Yeah.
ad.
A 300 are.
I also think that our lights, what are they called? The coloured ones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they do the job.
They do the job. Did you see it had effects?
Yeah.
Yeah. And an app. We have an app, I guess. But
Mhm.
does it have an effects bit?
I don't know. I don't have my phone on there.
But yeah. I mean, I don't know the price of these, but they look good. I like Godox anyway because we're Godox here. But yeah, an interesting little set, quite varied. But yeah, well done, Godox. You can send us some if you like.
How?
Ready? One more time.
What's happening? Is it a drone?
It's just a drone, and they are sending it.
That's quite dangerous.
How many
This is a
times do you
tiny,
reckon?
tiny drone.
It must be a very small drone. And how many times do you reckon it hit him right in the crotch?
That's what I was thinking. 20.
I don't reckon he'd be doing that stunt that
Yeah, I
many
dunno.
times. So unless they nailed it first time, someone said, I've watched this 300 times and the entire time my jaw was dropped. Impressive. there's people who are just like, it's really cool, but like, I'm
No
used
one
to the
cares.
internet. Yeah, a bit.
That's what I'm thinking.
It is a bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, this is the
It's just so
internet.
random.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything.
Like, okay, fine. You got one shot. Where's the rest of it?
I was at the coffee shops this morning. So the
I
man
love
behind
him.
says, how about this weather? And I say, yes, summer is approaching and soon the temperatures will be uncomfortable outside. And he says, you can say that again. Why? I just said it. You could hear me very good. I made no stutters. The acoustic of this coffee store is excellent. What, you can say that again, like you are allowing me? Oh, great. Thank you for your permitting, headmaster of the boarding school. Thanks a lot, Dumbledore. Why must I say it again? I do not want to say that again. I would love to move to a new topic of conversating, or maybe we just are both quiet and then I just sip my delicious cappuccino. You can say that again. Yes, I can, and I will not. You heard it the time of the first time that I said to you. I visit a coffee.
My favourite one's the finger one.
Oh,
fingers?
tickle your fancy.
That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you cannot tickle my fancy. It's my fancy. This like
Thing.
style.
It's cool, isn't it? It's
Is
funny.
it like? Is it like a? Like a.
It must be something on CapCut because
yeah.
I've seen loads of people doing that.
Like inspirational, isn't it?
Mm.
But then you can just take anything. I might try and do one.
Yeah.
Because I think it's good.
5 brands who killed it on social media in 2024. The streetwear brand Shoots. They run their socials like a meme page, with their comedic skits between these two characters, Fashion Boy and Fashion Girl. They respond to hate comments in such a creative way. It's not salesy. They have mastered the art of storytelling. This year, Loewe showed luxury fashion houses how TikTok should be done, with fun content, low production, not taking themselves too seriously. They nailed their creator collaborations, as did Jacquemus. Currys have mastered the art of grabbing attention. They're one of the best brands doing employee-generated content, showing us that tech doesn't need to be boring. People don't care about product photos. Their staff are the stars of the show. They were one of the first to do the Gen Z marketing script trend, and it went viral. Aided London use absurdity to catch your attention. They make these skit-style videos similar to Mr. Bean. Minimal dialogue, weird, wacky, but great storytelling. Good Girl Snacks, who turned a jar of pickles into a status symbol. In 1 year, the founders got onto Forbes 30 Under 30. They share founder-led content showing the ups and downs of running the business. I love the branding. The creative direction is top tier. This video is proof that Duolingo and Ryanair are not the only brands doing social media correctly. And as a freelance content creator who works with brands and celebrities on their socials, these two brands are just scratching the surface. Follow along for more creative.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut him off there.
I'm interested in that pickle thing.
Yeah,
The
Hot
pictures.
Girl Pickles. They're quite
that's
nice product pics, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Could you send me this one as well afterwards so I can search them up?
I will.
I want to see the pictures.
Yeah, but it's good. Like, good. Is it good? What's the word? It is well noticed of him that those kind of things are what works on social media, not salesy stuff.
I think social media, I think the stuff that works is like advice and then just stupid shit.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a...
Yeah, because like you see big brands like Ryanair or whatever doing,
I love
Ryanair like
TikToks.
the planes with the eyes and stuff, and like
They're
people
so funny.
complaining. And
I like when they do the reviews where it's someone like saying that Ryanair's got shit seats and they're like, okay, we don't want you.
Yeah. Must be quite a big gamble. Either they have very in the know of the trend team, or they have a very young team who's just like,
it's a guy.
Trust us.
Yeah.
Because you'd expect that big companies like that would be like, right, we're having Saatchi and Saatchi or whatever doing our ads, or like they'd have big agencies doing that kind of thing. But it looks like stuff that, someone who's just got a mobile phone.
I think it is
can put
that.
together.
Maybe like a team to help. But
Yeah. So
that's cool.
very interesting. I will send you that afterwards.
Surprise! Mischief is in the media game, and we've been in the media game for the past year, quietly building out a very disruptive new way of media planning and buying. Hello, let's explain. Mischief, which landed on the map at peak pandemic June 2020 and completely rewrote the rules for what creative agencies should be, coming out swinging with big, bold creative risks, creating work that makes a stir, because the riskiest thing your brand can do is be completely ignorable. So we launched. 5 years has passed. With media being so inseparable to creative, it only made sense for us to go into this business. So stand by. It's not like we're launching today. We've been doing this for a year, and we've got a roster of really great high-status clients, including Supercell, Peeps Coffee, and Duolingo. We're different in a number of ways, including our ability to be totally unbiased, always. It's not about big, bold buys and principle-based media buying. We would never do the latter. It's never about getting a load of inventory that we try and sell off and offload. No side.
I'm going to stop it there.
They're a marketing thing.
So they are. But
I was confused.
so my whole thing is, if a brand is sat there saying, we are disruptive, we don't do it like all the others, that's what all the others say. Maybe they are, they do take more risks and stuff like that. Fair dues. But yeah, I've worked with people who say exactly the same stuff, and you know, it still goes through the like end client, and then they'll go, I don't think we can do that. People who are like, yeah, we take big risks and stuff like that. Obviously, they seem to have fairly fun.
This was a big risk.
It was a big risk.
I don't think it was a big risk, but I know a lot of people think it.
Yeah,
could be. It's literally just a thing.
It's an ornament, really.
Yeah.
A paperweight.
It's quite nice to hold.
Is it? Right. But yeah, I mean, like, there's shock value for the sake of shock value as well. Like, I think a lot of people do that. It's like those ones where people chop the front of something that's crazy. Like someone will kick a football into someone will kick a football out of a train and it will bounce off the door and back at the camera.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's the shock thing. You stay there. And then they're like, buy our stuff. And you're like, all right. But all you're doing is you're taking a pretty viral clip and then just like trying to milk the effect.
But that's
they haven't come up with their own like hook.
That Chinese guy does that, but
Oh
he
yeah,
does
yeah,
it
yeah.
in such a good way.
Yeah. Yeah. Like LC Signs is different. Actually, should we give him a little
I love him.
A little play. That was actually the last one, by the way. LC Signs.
Do you think the people that sent you this
Yes.
were like
they thought I was going to use it?
Yeah.
I was after it for that.
Well, do you think they send it thinking, oh,
like, who enters a butt plug competition to, like, I don't know.
Buy one?
Like, I'd rather have a butt plug than not have one. You know what I mean?
It's just very pretty, isn't it?
It is a pretty one. Yeah. But yeah, we might have a whole collection in a few years' time. Who knows?
This is the first butt plug I saw in real life.
Oh, in real life?
Not like
I'd hope so.
No,
it doesn't look
you
like
see
any of
them
my
in, like,
collection.
shops and stuff, but I've never like held one.
Oh, what shops?
Like the sex ones.
Oh, right. When do you go in the sex ones?
The lingerie ones have like a sex section.
Like Ann Summers and stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And I've been in a gay one down in London. What's that gay area?
Oh, Soho.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get a butt plug with your latte in Soho. Yeah. Hopefully. Right. Okay. So we're going to give a little LC sign. What's his name? Tony.
His name's Tony.
His name's Tony.
That is like American name.
Yeah. So he does it very well.
What's up, homie? Hope you never change. Come check out our perfect marking layer. Bright and...
I love it.
It's just good. It's well...
This is what to do if a girl wants to sleep with. Not interested. What's up, homie? I'm telling you, if you want to start a business on a budget, make sure you go to the Source Factory.
His accent as well. I would have no idea how he speaks in real life because he does so many impressions. I want to do a classic, which is the China.
Yeah. He's there, Trump.
Yeah, but he also has another character with the hat, which is just like a... Oh, here we go.
China. You can't trust anyone, but you can trust China. LC sign. Best service, best factory, best quality. The style is very popular now. Put it in your storefront and make your business great again. Any size, any shape, any color can be customized. We ship worldwide, no MOQ, and 3 years warranty. Can you believe that? We have salesperson at our WhatsApp in our bio. Follow the LC sign in China. China, China, China.
That
You can't trust anyone.
is
I just love him. I love that he's a thing now.
Yeah.
And he's got like these costumes and I don't know, it's just crazy to me.
Yeah, it's great. I think, but to be honest, it's a fairly good impression of Donald Trump. Like, you could do worse impressions. And yeah, very, very good. So yeah, we like Tony. I told you about, I saw a clip that came up and it wasn't Tony for LC Sign, and people were like, what have you done with Tony?
Yeah. Imagine if he died, the whole business would disappear.
Oh, there it is. First comment. That's Thai, they're saying. And then someone's just, I miss Tony. Like, it's only been one.
Only one comment.
We don't care what. China, China, China.
Vote for Tony. Just so funny. But yeah, so that is everything that I wanted to discuss with you. Thanks for discussing it with me. Any thoughts on?
Go back on your collection.
Oh yeah, go on.
I noticed they're all men.
Excuse-moi, that's a woman. They are all men.
Like men giving opinions.
Yeah, I'm ashamed.
No, it makes sense. You're a man, and men give more
Yeah,
opinions.
but I want your opinion, and you are a lady.
You don't know that.
Sorry to assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. There is all blokes.
Yeah. Well, mine are all. They're not all women, but
yeah,
mine are all cooking videos.
I'm gonna figure out why that is. That
I just think men are
more opinionated, maybe.
Yeah. And when they put out their opinion, it's not seen as like controversial in the sense.
I follow a bunch of people, but it is these people.
And men make up more of the industry.
60% male. One's a business. But while we're here, let me talk about my viral butt plug search, and see if anyone Portuguese has commented, because I want to know this. I get notifications from it all the time.
That's fun.
150k.
Wow.
Excuse me. Just like my own thing. Señor, ¿por qué este tiene un plug?
That's Spanish, isn't it?
Spanish. Yeah. And there's someone underneath, ¿Wo for estas? And then I put, for the Rumpelstiltskin. Someone else said, what is that? And I put, for balancing camera gimbal.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. You need to give that.
Imagine if it broke.
If it broke. No, I think it's fairly robust.
Is anyone tagging like their porn?
They are tagging other people, but I don't know if it's Karina Moraes.
Yeah, Portuguese.
We're kind of famous. We're not really. But it's had a lot of... The butt plug's famous. It's had a lot of... Where are the views? I'm sure it's 140,000. It's a lot.
It was in the hundreds when you told me.
Yeah, man. Right. If only
man.
we could actually get some extra business from it instead of just people going, what on earth is that? What is it? Yeah, otherwise I'll start an OnlyFans. and then we'll play Hide the Butt Plug.
Yeah.
I have to give it a wash first because it's been all over the studio. Right. Thanks for watching again. Peace out, hometowns.
Bye.